this is Karen. Welcome to another dolallycrafts flips and folds for a Sunday the 4th, I think it is, of February 2018. This is the card we're making today using the new Petal palette stamp set and the, I can't remember what the die set's called. Petals and More Thinlits dies. Okay, I had to go looking. I've used the dies, but I haven't remembered their names yet. And also the Eastern Medallions Thinlits dies we're using, as well as the Layering Circles Framelits. So there's 3 different dies sets that we're using in this card, but only the one stamp set. So if you don't have all of the dies, I'm sure you've got something in your stash that will do just as well. So all the measurements can be found on my blog, and I'm using the new silver embossed Sweet Soiree specialty designer paper, and I'm using the Calypso Coral one with all the silver foiled dots all over it. Absolutely stunning papers in this set. You open the card like that and you've got the thank you, and then you've got the flip and the fold in this card. Life is so much better with you in it, and then just some decorative flowers stamped down the bottom there. Now with this one I didn't do the backing with the Sweet Soiree. However, we're going to change that up a bit with this card. I've already cut the cardstock to size. So we've got, as I said, the Sweet Soiree, and then this is actually layering weight Whisper White to go inside, because I thought it'll give it less bulk to the actual card layers if I do it with the layering weight. So before I waffle on too much more, I'm going to bring in my Eastern Medallion Thinlit, and what I'm going to do is find midway between the 2 sides and pop some washi on the inside of the die, so I don't have any chance of ruining the outside. I got that tip off one of you ladies that watches this. Okay, so while I've got that, I'll sit that to the side. I'm going to bring in some more layering weight of the Whisper White, and because I'm using my Subtles markers, I'm going to use my basic black ink, the archival ink, because you use this for watercolouring or the water-based markers. So beautiful. And so that was the larger floral from the Petal palette set. I'm going to bring in the little bird there and the smaller double bud to go there. So I'll just pop those aside now. I will need the archival ink again in a moment, but I just need this to dry off a little bit. Because it's archival, it does need just a few minutes to dry, because otherwise it will smudge. So what I will do, I'll go and cut these out, and then I'll come back and die cut the others. Okay, so I thought I had the camera going again, but I didn't. So I've just taken the Eastern Medallion Thinlits off, and I've just put the smaller of the layering circles in the center here. I'm not sure which number it is, but it's the one that fits in there perfectly, and I'm going to cut the center of that one out. So we just take that out, and as you can see, it gives me a beautiful circle in the center there. So we'll pop that aside, and the card can go aside for a moment, and I'm going to bring in my dies for these shapes. They absolutely look gorgeous. So just pop that one there. That one there, and the bird will go there. I won't need the washi. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've got all of these cut out now. Could you imagine having to fussy cut all of them? Oh, I'm so pleased they're starting to bring out more die sets. Now just bring this back in, and I'm going to poke out the rest of these little pieces that are still stuck in, and that's those ones all done. So that looks beautiful. I thought for already there I'd used the wrong layering paper. So what I'm going to do is just pop some of the fast fuse onto the back, and then just line this up on the inside. That's better. So just give that a good press down. Now pop that over and give it a good creasing there. Beautiful. Okay, so pop that aside. Now I'm just going to very quickly whiz through colouring these in. As you can see, I've finished roughly colouring these in. I say roughly because they were really rough, but if you wanted to use Stampin' blends, that's fine. I haven't actually purchased any yet, so I'm not using them, obviously. Okay, so we go to the inside, and just to fix the larger of the florals, just inside, like so. So you can just see a little bit of it peeking out. And we're going to bring in the thank you from the Petal palette stamp set. This is a massive set because, as I said, all of these stamps, plus if you buy them in the bundle, you save the 10% on the cost. And there are just, I forget how many stamps there are. 15 stamps in a massive 2-container set. Now, while we've got the inside open, I'm going to stamp on and then stamp off and then stamp on, off and on, like so, just to give a little bit of decoration there in the corner, and then bring in the main sentiment and just stamp that up the top there. Life is so much better with you in it. Beautiful sentiment to give to a friend as a thank you card, or actually anybody as a thank you card. So that's the inside done. As you can see, it's beautiful. I don't want to close it at the moment because that might still be a bit wet, but we're going to work on the outside. And what I did was brought in glue dots, and I'm looking for my miniature glue dots here, and I'm just going to pop a glue dot just on the back there, so I can affix that flower there. And then I have some of the mini dimensionals just to give a bit of a 3D look to our little bird. So I'm going to pop a mini dimensional there and pop our little bird there. And then I'm going to stick another one just under the back half there, right near the edge of the medallion that was cut out, just enough so that I can pop the bird's tail. And as you can see, the dimensional is so small it's actually covered completely. Now that can be closed, and there we have our beautiful flip and fold for this week. That's the one I did earlier, and this is the new one. The only thing that changes is where the foiling technique is. I hope you really enjoyed this week's card. As you can see, it looks beautiful on the inside as well, and you open it up and there we go. So you've got another flip and fold that I hope you give a try at home, and I will catch you again on Thursday this week for another Throwback Thursday. I'm not sure what stamp set I'm using yet, but we'll see when the time comes. Okay, I hope you have a great week and have a nice restful weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.